Ooh, it's nice and foggy. This is something you just don't see a whole lot in this area. But anyway, welcome to I Stutter. This is where we talk about anything and everything speech impediment related, stammering, stuttering, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to talk about this morning while I do my morning walk on this nice December day. Christmas is just around the corner. I thought to talk about this. This is something I've always wondered about. So feel free to comment in the comment section and tell me if this is you. But the thought crossed my mind, and I thought I'd share it on the channel this morning and let me know if this is you too. This is just something that doesn't happen a whole lot. But anyway, so I was thinking a few weeks back of how different would I be as a person if I wasn't a stutterer. Like, or rather, what positives as being a stutterer has brought to my life? Like, what are the positives? So, as crazy as it sounds, because you're thinking positives, there's nothing that could possibly happen that is positive if you have a speech impediment. Well, I did find two, and possibly even three. So, as a child, when I kind of realized that I didn't speak like the other children, or rather speech just didn't come to me as naturally as the other children, and after being made fun of because I couldn't speak as fluently by the other kids, I kind of grew silent. So there was a period during my childhood, and even throughout my high school years even, where that speaking is just something I didn't do a whole lot of. Like, people barely recognize my voice. That's how much I did not speak. As a matter of fact, one of my nicknames growing up was Mute. So, but I noticed something else happened, because as a result that I didn't speak a whole lot during my childhood and throughout high school. So the first thing I noticed is that because I didn't speak much, it kind of made me become a much better listener. Because I think since I didn't speak, and I kind of forced myself a lot of time to stay quiet because of the fear of stuttering, it kind of enhanced my ability to listen to somebody. As in, I don't need to rush to give an answer or try to overtalk them. I actually listen and remember what people say, which came in handy because I can use that later to validate their actions, or to see whether or not if what they said before was true or not. Which kind of brings me to the second thing that's positive about me, due to the fact of my stutter. We are at the end of the track here, about to go the other way around. Man, can't even see where it just came from. But anyway, the second thing that, or rather the second character trait that's positive that I have due to my stutter, is, I think, that my stutter has improved the ability of me being able to be a good judge of character. I think that with me being a very good listener, the other thing that improved is my ability to observe. Not just to look at somebody or something, but just observing them, where that you catch certain nuances, you catch some traits, because there's a lot of things that people can tell you that they can easily lie about, where that it's difficult to lie through action, but it's far easier to lie through speech. And this ability to observe has really helped me to see who's who out there. You know, like, there's a lot of things I notice that people who are fluent, there's a lot of things about people that just goes over their heads, because I think that, you know, people who are fluent, like, they don't observe too well. I think, you know, because you can, like, you know, somebody could like speak to you, and then you're like, you know, speaking back, and then you're enjoying the conversation. Like, you know, you're not worried about, like, you know, the words that you're saying. You're like, you know, fluency. So it's like, you know, you just, like, you know, blabbering away and stuff. But there's a lot of things they'll say and then do. You won't be able to notice, hey, you know, you just said this, but then you did this. But I think with me being quiet most of the times, and just looking around, looking at people, looking at nature, looking at the environment, there's a lot of things that will not go over my head, where it will go over the head of the next person who's fluent. So I think that's it. I think those are the two things about me. Well, I think like a distant third positive a character trait that I have due to my speech impediment. I think my speech impediment has made me more empathetic. It helped me to practice patience. I think overall, I'd say that if I was fluent, I probably would be, I don't know, like a complete, like, you know, a-hole, I guess, for lack of better words. I think, just to sum all that up, I think my impediment has made me more of a humble person, I think, which is a positive thing, I think. So I think, yeah, so that's what I wanted to share about my speech impediment this morning. Yeah, I know it's a crazy thing to think about the positives that this impediment has brought to your life, because I'm sure that people who have a speech impediment don't think about, hey, because of this issue, I'm, like, you know, positive that way. I'm a better person because of it that way. But I don't know, maybe it's the optimism in me, but I was thinking about that a few weeks back. Like, is there anything positive that came out of me having this issue with my speech? And then those are the three things. Well, mainly two things, but the last one is like a distant third. And yeah, so I'm just curious if it's the same for you as well, who have a speech impediment, because, you know, because I'm assuming that with you watching this video or subbed to this channel, that you probably have a speech impediment or know somebody who does have one, or have, like, you know, family members with one, or you're like, you know, curious about it. But for those of you who have one, what positive character traits that you think your speech impediment has given you or brought into your life or whatever, please comment down below. And I think that's gonna be it for us today for the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.